All right, so you know what, like I mentioned earlier, tonight we are so excited to, of course, have Truphena Muthoni. Like, this girl, she's so unstoppable, remarkable to say the least. And she's, of course, on every Kenyan's mind, I think, at this moment. And, of course, across the world also, everybody's just like watching her. And just before we started the news tonight, of course, we told you that the Guinness World Records have already recognized her efforts, and they're still just waiting for the evidence. But it's great, of course, to see that that move has been made. Wow, Muthoni, how are you doing tonight? Yani, we're so proud of you. How are you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling so great.
You're feeling great. Actually, how do you feel about, of course, Guinness World Records, of course, already saying that they have recognized your efforts so far? How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel good. Mm-hmm. And it hasn't only recognized my efforts for this world record, but it was actually a publication. They have officially published my previous record attempts. So I'm officially a world record holder for 48 hours.
Wow.
So, of course, they recognize that I have done another world record. So they are waiting for the evidence so that they can ratify and make it official again.
All right. Just before we get into the meat of this beautiful story for you, what kind of evidence, are they waiting for, and what kind of evidence have you presented to them so far?
Well, usually you have to present the continuous video showing from the start to the end. And also, they have rules, so they have to check against their rules if you have broken any. So that's what they already know I did it, but they want to see it, like have the continuous video. And also witnesses' statements, the timekeeper statements, such things, and photos. Not so hard, but I haven't presented yet because it's quite a job to... So I had to rest first. It's quite a job. Like, I have to go back and have the whole live video being downloaded and put on something like a HD, then cut into small pieces. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wow, all right. And of course, you've said that it's a lot of work. And Muthoni, I can actually just imagine the physical effort, that took for you to actually do this for 72 hours. Maybe you can just talk to us about how you're feeling right now. We saw that, you had to get some medical attention immediately after conquering the 72 hours. How are you feeling now, just your physicality?
I honestly feel okay. And I've always been like that. It's not usually what people might think. I don't feel really sick after doing this stuff because I've been like preparing for the longest time. And also I didn't get the medical attention because I needed at that moment. I was actually a page that has started forming during this previous world record attempt. So that's why I was whisked away in an ambulance. Not because I was sick, but because they were trying just to get me out of that chaos. Sorry, yeah.
All right. And talking about, we were seeing these pictures of you and the Kenyans who came out to support you. I just want to hear from you, like, what do you feel about, everybody just rallying behind you from day one, the support you've gotten across the country, in the continent, across the world? How do you feel about everybody just cheering you on?
This is very, it makes me feel fulfilled, honestly, because it's very encouraging to see people rallying behind such a cause. It's not popular, talking about climate change, it sounds so hard, something that people might not be interested in immediately, It's not the kind of content people usually appreciate so fast. So when I saw this happening, like the whole world is watching and they're appreciating and they're, taking participation in it, it really makes me feel good, and especially because so many of them were young people like me.
Yeah.
So that shows that there's a turning point. Like, this generation really means something. They're a great generation that means change. Yes.
Definitely. Muthoni, you've already inspired so many, not even the young ones, but even everybody across, even the old people. Like, you've really inspired so many with that. And power to you, honestly. We celebrate you. Let's just talk about the origin of the idea. This, of course, was the second attempt. Yeah, hii idea ilikujaje? Ulifikiria, okay, you know what, this is what I want. And this passion for the environment, when did it start for you?
Well, I don't know exactly what to say about it because, like, I grew up inside this passion, but I also like sometimes surprise myself. Yeah, because I don't really like. Maybe let's say like last year, I never thought like in 2025 I'll be a world record holder. If you told me that, I would wonder what exactly am I going to do to become a world record holder. So, but I started hugging trees back in, I don't know when, but I was 17 years. Yes, I just love trees and I hug trees. You know, I'm a mental health survivor. So like I found healing in nature and peace. So I think that's how I discovered, like when we hug trees, we get grounded, even spiritually. So yeah, that's how it started. Then I realized it could be a world record. And I was like, we have so many issues around climate and maybe mental health. And I thought the best way to bring attention to this matter is to break a world record because it's going to be published and, you know, gets the world attention and make people, and actually spark conversations around what really matters.
Wow,
Yeah.
Muthoni, thank you so much for that. We'll be coming back to you. Of course, we'd like to know about the second attempt and actually what was so different between the first attempt and the second attempt for Muthoni. We'll be getting back to her. She's coming to us live from Nyeri County. A lot more to talk about. Also, you can engage us on our social media platforms. But before we take a short commercial break and before we come back to, of course, Truphena Muthoni, the lady of the moment, of course, we want to talk to you about something that is very interesting. And of course, it happens to be about you winning. And of course, Truphena, thank you so much for staying with us. And I love the braids. That's like your signature. Is that your signature look? What does your hairstyle mean? Does it have meaning?
No. Yeah. Actually, thank you for asking that. I'll tell you. So my hair is part of the sustainability fashion campaign that I run. First of all, these are 17 braids to represent the 17 UN SDGs. And yeah, and the colors each has a meaning. And black represents African power, protest, and resilience. And green is for reforestation, regeneration, and hope. Red is for indigenous resistance and frontline courage. And blue represents water protectors and ocean defenders. And besides that, they are waste totally. These are yarn scraps, and I've been reusing them, like the green ones, for 4 years, and the rest of the colors for 1 year. So I just wash and wear.
You wash and wear. I didn't know that. That's really interesting, but I love the explanation behind the colors. You know, I think many people were just thinking it's your design, you just chose this color randomly. But to know kumbe ziko na meaning, that's amazing.
No.
So, Truphena, talk to us about the first attempt you made, which Guinness World Records has already, you know, included in their records. And congratulations on that. How was it different from this one before even we get to this one that you've recently done?
Thank you. Well, the first one, for real, I was very, very anxious, very. Before I started, it was my first time, and it really made me prepare better for this other one, because in the first one, some things I did a mistake in preparation, because, you know, I do not eat or, you know, take any bathroom breaks or drink anything.
Right.
So I have to prepare that mentally for that. So in my previous attempt, I didn't take water, like I reduced hydration. I didn't eat, but I realized that was a mistake, because if you want to stay for 3 days without taking any water, I think you have to hydrate more for those days that you're preparing. So I did better for this time, I did a lot of hydration, but also a lot of fasting.
Oh, wow. That's
I think
interesting.
that's the main difference.
All right, so you're saying for the first one, you know, those guidelines, you didn't really know about the guidelines, and then the second time, you are able to know. So how much were you able to drink? How did you prepare yourself in terms of what to drink, how to fast, just before, you know, you took on this event?
Well, first, I need to say that those are not guidelines. They're not guidelines. If I didn't follow any guidelines, that will be rejected immediately. So that is just personal preparation and medical, you know, just looking at the medical side of it, so that you do not destroy your kidneys. You need a lot of water. So that is just personal and not about the guidelines on Guinness.
Okay, great.
So what else? What did you say?
Yes. So how did you prepare towards the you know, this second attempt?
Okay, so it was not so much different from the past. It was all about just walking, and fasting so hard. What else? Just mental preparation is all that matters mostly. It's not even so much physical, it's mental.
It's
because,
mental.
you need also to prepare yourself for not sleeping for all the time. Yeah, mental preparation is everything, and, I do a lot of music and avoid negative energy, staying in nature, hugging trees. I think it's just mental preparation, that's all.
All right, so it was bigger on mental preparation. Well, like, I am very curious, Muthoni, like, were you in a secluded place or you were still interacting, with people? You've talked about negative energy. Were you like, just making sure that, you really, qualify people who are going to be around you during this preparation to the 72-hour, quest?
I had a lot of people. It is usually a public event. So, but we also have some control because I can be with anyone, and a lot of people. The more people, the better, because you'll have people keep talking to you. Because if you don't have people talking to you, you can do it silently. Your mind will shut down. So you get to have a lot of people talking to you and making your mind just get active. But also we have security to control the crowds, so that they don't block the cameras for Guinness World Records or interfere with the evidence collection maybe. But usually people just stream in and out. Everyone is allowed to do what they want to do, and as long as it's lawful. So this time I did it at the office of the governor in Nyeri County.
Right. All right.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your physical engagement with this. Yeah. You've said, and just to get a clarification, so you don't eat during the whole 3 days. You don't get to drink anything. And do you get to to sit down while still holding the tree, or what happens during maybe the nitty-gritty details?
Actually, what I should be doing is it's a continuous hug first. But usually Guinness allows for breaks. It can be taken after 1 hour, you take 5 minutes breaks, or you can just, you can take after 4 hours, you take 20 minutes breaks, usually like that, or after 24 hours, you take 2 hours breaks. It's allowed for marathons, but I'm the one who decided not to take the breaks at all. Whoa. So the hug should be continuous. And you should be standing. There's no sitting. You can't sit. It's standing all the time. But you can move around as long as the hands are wrapped around the tree.
All right. And which part of your body, like in terms of the limbs, was it your hands or your legs that you felt at some point maybe they were, they were getting tired the most?
It's the back. Yeah.
Okay, the back was the one that was hurtful. All right, let's talk about, we've seen, of course, reports, and you've spoken about it also online, with regard to the Environment Ministry really not supporting you. And we'd want to hear, like, literally from you, like, what happened, especially with that, because that one has gotten Kenyans quite angry, at the ministry, considering what you were trying to achieve, being the Ministry of Environment, and according to what you said, they were not there to cheer you on and give you the support that you needed. What really happened?
Well, this record was not supposed to take place in Kenya. It was supposed to take place in Brazil, at Quilombo, during COP30. So I was not able to take part in it because of, usually I didn't get the accreditation, which the PS had promised earlier this year in March. I actually don't want to talk about it so much. I moved on from that, and I was just saying it because it happens every year, corruption, and the right people being left out for no reason. Maybe they don't have a voice, and no one has dared to talk about it. So I decided I'm going to talk about it, not just for me, but for those people who came before me and after me. Because most people I talk to tell me that, that's what happens. It usually happens. It's okay, whatever. Everyone is just comfortable that the wrong things are happening in the ministry. So I decided I'm going to point that out, and I'm not doing this to fight anyone. I've seen even you know, other environmentalists trying to say certain things or trying to, I don't know, to defend the ministry, but it's okay. I know Kenyans understand what happens in these offices, and that was really bad and shameful, actually, for Kenyans and for the world, because I had mobilized more than 10,000 people across the world. The whole world has accepted this, and they were taking tree hugs. Actually, during COP30, even if I didn't attend, there are so many people hugging trees in Brazil, and also in Australia, there's a woman, a scientist, who hugged the tree for 7 days. Although it was not an official record, just in solidarity. You know, this and that other environmentalists who are saying about protests, I know all about COP accreditation as well. And it was not a protest. This is not a protest. I've done it twice. You've seen, everyone, the whole world has seen that it has always been peaceful, and it's a solidarity call. And, you know, in Brazil, what we are supposed to do is, we were just doing it in solidarity with the Quilombolas community, that they are the guardians of the Amazon rainforests. So in this COP, the forest protection and the indigenous wisdom was center of the COP30 climate talks. And this one I had discussed with the PS. Unfortunately, even right now, he says that he doesn't know me. That is a surprise, and I don't even talk about it anymore. That is what happens. I hope it changes. I don't even want them to give me awards or whatever. I just want them to change and take people seriously, to take Kenyans seriously, because we can speak out. And I'm not, I can speak out again and again and again if I get any information to say. So nothing can stop us, nothing can silence us, only justice and being treated seriously with what we have. So that is the Ministry of Environment failed. They don't want to accept that it happened. And I hope they change in the coming years, yeah.
All right, so you're saying up until now, even after you did this thing for 72 hours, there is no communication whatsoever from the ministry, even as we speak?
No, I just saw some posts online, so no one has spoken to me directly, no.
Oh my, all right. All right, that is quite unfortunate, Truphena, but like you mentioned, you've moved on and, you know, you did it, and we were all there to witness your greatness, yeah? You still have the smile on your face. You deserve it, right?
Yeah. Yes, yes.
All right. Let's talk about now what's next, Truphena. And I know you've talked about so much to do with health, with mental health, just apart from you being an environmental activist. What do you want people to remember about you, of course, with regard to this attempt?
Well, okay, I've done, what I would say is, I want people to remember me as a person who brought the world together for a cause, and through love, yes.
And with regard to the environment, because you're very passionate about it, what is it that you hope that has inspired people about the environment from what you've just done?
Sorry?
I'm just saying about, sorry, yeah, there you go, just put the earpiece back. But I'm just saying with regard to, you can hear me now?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Right. All right. So just asking, like, what exactly also do you want to have people, you know, like remember about you and this particular, you know, quest that you took and actually won? What is the thing that you'd want to inspire in young people who are watching you? Being 22 years old and doing something like that is quite massive and remarkable.
Yeah, I just want to inspire them to dare to dream, and there's so much more worth that they have, and they just need to show it to the world. No matter how small an action is, it matters, and we need to see everything that anyone has.
All right. So what next for Truphena? After this, of course, we are awaiting the you know, the evidence to be brought forward, and you've said it will take a few days or so. You know, Kenyans have been on social media really rallying and talking to and making comments and talking to the Guinness World Records to make sure that they recognize you 100%. I don't know if you've seen that. You know, Kenyans can be Kenyans. I don't know if you've seen that, and what next for?
Yeah, Kenyans. Yeah, actually, that was really helpful because usually Guinness World Record process is so slow. It takes months, it can take an year. So actually, this record was probably supposed to be published on January 9th, but Kenyans have have stood by me, and it was published earlier. So yeah, that was really helpful. I've seen it.
All right, that's really great. So they've faced the first and the process for you to get that recognition quick. All right, Truphena, for all the people who are watching, you know, across the country,
Yes.
across the world, what is it that you'd want to leave them with as we wind up?
Well, I just want to say that before we plant 1,000,000 trees, we must nurture 1,000,000 hearts that care.
Wow, well said. Thank you very much, Truphena Muthoni, and you know, keep going, you're inspiring us, you know, to do better with the environment and of course our mental health. Appreciating you, of course. She's been joining us live from Nyeri County, and of course we celebrate her, and the whole country does really. Kenyans have been on the comment section of Guinness World Records, you know, all day, just saying that we need this thing to be announced. We need to have this thing brought home, and of course, Truphena, congratulations on your efforts and of course what you've been able to achieve. All right, so from Nyeri County we come back to the studio, and